Here, lonely and marooned. Here, howling at the moon. Hi, this is Lauri from the Rasmus. I'm sitting here in my castle, in my high chair in Mexico City, having a good time. When writing the songs, we never think about the sounds first. It's just the songwriting. We usually try to do it so that you can play it with the acoustic guitar. We are sort of old-fashioned in that sense that, you know, we want to be able to do it acoustically too. And then when the song is complete, we're satisfied with everything, all the lyrics are down, then we usually take it to the studio and then start adding the sounds and look for different, you know, sound worlds. And usually in studio we are quite fast, so we spend more time composing and writing the lyrics than in the studio. And this time around, we wanted to explore new sounds. I think the whole world has gone towards more electronic sounds, and it's something that, you know, like it's everywhere. So even us, even myself, I've been listening to a lot of electronic music lately. Maybe because I moved to LA and the vibe is different, you know, I've been listening to a lot of hip hop. So maybe we got some of the influences from the hip hop world to our sound. But in the music and the melodies and the lyrics, I think the Rasmus essence is there. You know, it's very, you could rock the songs as well, that, you know. So it's definitely not completely new. Yeah, I love to be inspired by new things, and myself was a big deal when I moved to Los Angeles 3 years ago from Finland, which is totally a different world. Like everything has changed. And I left a lot of things behind. You know, I left my parents, my family, a lot of friends, you know, the Finnish culture. And now all of a sudden I'm starting a new life in Los Angeles, in the new city, in the middle of strangers. And, you know, at the same time, it's a great adventure. It's very inspiring, and, you know, it's just something new. I wanted to feel something. So it's like all those emotions I went through, it was really good source for songwriting for this new album. In this record again, on the album, we wanted to write a concept album. We wanted to have like all the songs somehow connect to each other. And also, we've done that before. We did that with Black Roses a long time ago, and Dead Letters. There was like a theme, there was like a concept. And it makes the writing more fun and more easy and more artistic, because you sort of create a story first and then start writing the chapters inside the story. And this time we explored a child's imagination a lot, because we all have children. I have a 9-year-old boy, and it's fascinating to try to imagine what's going on in his head when he's doing his crazy things. And I think we should never lose that childish part in ourselves. And for myself and for the band, I think it's sort of been easier, because we started playing the music once we were like 14, 15 years old. And ever since, when we were just kids, and then ever since, we have been touring and living in this bubble. You know, it's like, and it somehow has kept our minds young and sort of isolated from the world, in good and bad. But we wanted to write about the imagination of a child. And of course, not, you know, things evolved. Not all the songs are about that, but, you know, that was the starting point. I think it's interesting to still make albums instead of just like one of tracks, which is quite normal nowadays. People release a song per month, and, you know, and they might have nothing to do with each other. But it's cool to be old-fashioned sometimes.
It's clear where I'm heading. Don't call paramedics.
It took quite a while to write all the songs. I think we started writing like 2.5 years ago. The first time Pauli came over to me in LA, we wrote some songs there, and then I went to him to London. We had we usually go like different places away from home and away from family, away from friends, just to have the full concentration on writing. So we might, once we booked a house in Greece on a beautiful mountain and, like special places. And I also have a summer place in Finland by the lake, very quiet little hut with a nice fireplace there. So we look for places that are inspiring and we can sort of hide from the world and start writing the songs. But every time, before we even touch the instruments, we first talk about life. It's very important. So we just catch up, we talk like what we have on our minds. Like Pauli, just like myself, recently divorced, and we both have kids, and it was not easy. It was emotionally, really tough. So we wanted to write a song about that, for example. So it's important to have a reason for the song, before you write it. So usually we talk first, then we get an idea of the song, then we start thinking of what kind of melodies, what could it sound like, and it's kind of artistic, though it's pop music.